As I'm starting to really begin my burnout recovery after years of running on fumes, I wanted to find a way to really lean into my creative voice. With my new art business, I had been searching for a way to make creating consistently a sustainable practice and ideally avoid burnout again. Then I heard about this book that seemed to be everywhere. All of my favorite channels had been discussing this book, and I had heard some celebrities crediting it for their success. I began to wonder, what made this book so special? Is it really that life-changing, and would it help me create my own sustainable art practice? This is The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. The introduction of this book outlines 3 tools that will allegedly help me to ground myself in my creative practice, and also I just think, like, honestly, in myself from reading them. Like, it's forcing me to spend time with myself in a way that would be productive for creating. But yeah, if you do them consistently, you should be making art that's more authentic to yourself and feeling more authentic to yourself, as well as each week there are extra exercises to be doing during your morning pages. Some of them are separate exercises entirely that you do. Yeah, so that is what's going on with this bad boy. So what might these tools be? Guess we'll have to find out together. So I've been journaling basically every day for a while now, like basically a decade consistently. But I haven't been doing it in the recommended style of Julia Cameron. Julia recommends writing like 2 to 3 full pages in your journal every day of stream of consciousness type thought, just to like get all of the goop out. That's not how she words it, but that's how it feels to me. So she's like, if you journal, you know, first thing in the morning for like 30 or 40 minutes straight, you push yourself past your capacity, you will see those lingering thoughts below the surface. I need to put these down. These are heavy. And that's a little different to how I normally journal. Generally, I just like wake up. I do journal in the morning, so that's fine. That won't be a change for me. But I only write the things that I can think of in the first like 20 minutes, and then I call it. But she's recommending that you push yourself a little bit past that, okay, brain empty, no more writing, to see what else surfaces, to sit with the discomfort of staring at the page, knowing you have like 15 more minutes of writing time. The first tool is the morning pages, the daily journaling. I don't think that one will be a huge change for me personally, but I know that it could be for some of you. So I'm really excited to see what the morning pages surface for me. So the second thing that Julia recommends is a daily walk outside. Now I have to admit, this has not really been part of my routine for a while now. I sometimes walk on my walking pad, but I very rarely like go outside for a walk. Yeah, so during this experience I'll be outside for 30 minutes every day on a walk, which is really cool and fun. Looking forward to it. Conveniently, we're going into the summer in Canada, so it's not like I'm just, you know, walking in minus 30 degrees. I can maybe build this habit while there's like greenery outside and it's not treacherous. I'm gonna be so candid with you. I don't know if the third tool will be that easy for me. I don't even know what things in my area could constitute as an artist date, which is a singular event each week in which you take yourself out to experience something creative alone. Like you would go on a date with another person, you're scheduling a date with yourself. A couple things I've thought of is I could go to like a workshop hosted by another artist maybe. I could go see if I have any local galleries, I'm sure I do. And then like maybe going to like a coffee shop or something to really research some inspiration and curate some boards on Pinterest or something that like have color palettes I want to work with or something like that. But this one's harder for me in my opinion because it's less structured. There's less like definition to what this tool is. You know, a walk every day is pretty straightforward. Journaling every day is pretty straightforward. But the definition of an artist date is kind of up to you and what qualifies as that for yourself. So I'm gonna need to spend some time researching what I could do as an artist date. So come with me to do that. Okay, so I've done some research and I found a couple local galleries to me that I plan on checking out. One of my artist dates that I'm planning to go on, I'm gonna count, but it is technically with other people. One of my friends has a play that they wrote debuting next week, so that will probably be my first week's artist date. If not the first week, the second week. Second week, I lied to you. And then I'm gonna check out some local galleries. I know that one gallery, the one that has my stuff being hung right now, Studio 27, is changing over their exhibition in the next couple of weeks, so I might go check out the new one, and then yeah, we'll just kind of play it by ear to see other options for me. That was way easier than I thought it would be. There's actually a surprising number of art-related things going on in my area, which is cool. I kind of assumed that there wouldn't be for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that. Probably because I don't live in like a huge city. And then I just have this like bias that small towns don't really have a thriving art scene, even though that's like consistently been proven to me that that's not true. Like a lot of small towns have pretty big art scenes because there's people there who create too. Anyway, I digress. In these videos on my Artist's Way journey, I plan on showcasing any art that I worked on that week, some of the dailies, any sort of like epiphanies. I know that some weeks I do make a lot of art and other weeks I make nothing, and that's just kind of how my creative practice works. I don't really like to push her, but I am planning to continue to use the same amount of time to work on my art business. So even if I'm not creating necessarily that week, that what my like art practice might look like in that time might be like listing products, writing my mail club mail, because that's a type of creativity for me, that kind of stuff. Honestly, my creative practice is really dependent on my work schedule, which is kind of still up in the air, to be honest. I'm really excited to embark on this adventure, and I'm excited to bring you along. At first, I was a bit hesitant to start this series because I feel like everybody is doing it, and I don't love bandwagoning, but I'm also so curious if there's like actually something to this because everybody is saying that there is. But I also don't know if it's like the Pilates princess trend or if it's like actually meaningful. So that's kind of what my question is for this process. Is this going to help my creative practice? Am I going to notice differences? That's kind of like my hypothesis that I'm working with. Yeah, so maybe we'll find that together on this journey. If you have been thinking about starting the Artist's Way, let me know below. I would love to do it with you. That would help me probably finish the whole thing. And if you've already done the Artist's Way journey before, or you're almost done it now, I would love to hear about your experience down below as well. I'd love to hear everybody's opinion, maybe some warnings, maybe some epiphanies, whatever you can think of. Anyway, I will see you next week for week 1 officially. This was week 0, my prep week, and I'll see you for the first week of the book. Bye!